This is my review of the Zodiac Aerospace GMT limited edition reissue. So I've had this watch about 2 years, although I haven't worn it a ton over the past 2 years. I got it as sort of a budget travel watch. The GMT is one of my favorite complications. I was traveling a lot, so it was always pretty handy. But of course, I bought this watch not too much before everything happened with COVID, so I didn't actually wear it traveling that much. Yeah, I just wanted something that I could use while traveling, but I didn't really have to worry about too much in terms of getting damaged or lost or stolen while traveling. So this one, this was a limited edition. This is number 105 of 182 pieces. The bracelet is pretty nice. It wears really nice. The quality is pretty nice. The brush versus polished surfaces are nice. It makes a nice contrast. The only thing is the polished surface, like if you touch it at all with your fingers, it picks up all your finger oil. So it can look kind of greasy if you touch it. It picks up desk diving scratches pretty easily. I actually wore this watch a lot on just a cheap leather strap, which I think was actually a disservice to the watch. It wears much better on this bracelet. It is a heavier watch. On the bracelet, it wears great, but on the strap, it just wore a little bit too heavy and it was sliding around on the cheap strap. The buckle, I like the design of it. I like how it's kind of open, and then when you fold it over, it covers that opening. So I think that's pretty nice. It does, like while you're wearing it, if you pull on this side of the bracelet, it will just pop right open though. So it's not maybe as secure as it looks. Nothing too special about the case spec. It does tell you what number out of 182 it is. The case is pretty nice. One of my pet peeves is just cases that have these like big chunks of metal, and it's just a big flat sided metal like a Tudor or some Sins. Yeah, so this kind of has a same style case, but I do like the finishing on it. I don't know what that type of finishing is called, but it looks pretty different from any watch I've owned. It's just the way it plays in the light. I really like it. The lugs are sloped down. Again, always important to me with a smaller wrist. I think the bezel is one of the best things about this watch. It has almost no play. It clicks very nice. The insert, I believe it's, I'm forgetting what the materials are, but I believe it's aluminum, and then it has crystal over the top of it. So yeah, it looks really nice. Like when you look at it online, sometimes people complain about the font. I agree, the font like sometimes looks a little amateur. You know, just something, any old font that's in a text editor or something. But when you're wearing it, you really don't notice it. At least I didn't. The crystal is nice. It's kind of, I believe it's like a top hat style crystal. So yeah, just the overall presence and look of the bezel and the crystal is really nice. The dial kind of has a ton of space to the dial. So it just has a very nice kind of spacious, bold presence on the wrist. The dial is very matte, which is something I like. I like very matte dials. It almost has like a paper kind of appearance to it, but it's not, to me, it doesn't look like cheap. It looks, yeah, it's just like super matte and kind of a unique look. The indices, I do kind of like how legible they are, but the overall look of the indices and the hands, they're just, especially the hands, they're just very kind of square, rectangular, boxy. I don't really care for them too much. Obviously this is a reissue, so they're trying to stay faithful to the original. I wish they would do kind of a version maybe with this style bezel and maybe some kind of different design of the hands and the markers. Overall, it's a great watch. It wears great. It feels great. I think that my only pet peeves are really the blockiness of the design. For me, like these colors, just the black and a little bit of gray are pretty muted. I know some of the reissues, there's like the Gulf colorway, and then there's like some Super Seawolf colorways that are, I think there's the classic Pepsi, and there's like a lime green one. So there's a bunch of different variations. I wish there was something maybe in the middle where like this one seems a little dull, but then if you go for like the Gulf colorway or the lime green colorway, then it's like a little bit over the top for me. But yeah, overall it's a great watch. I'm probably gonna sell this one just to try something a little bit different.